Alright, hello YouTube. It is High Kelly Trees, Loud Kelly Trees. You can call me by my real name, you can call me Jas, but it don't matter. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to host a vanilla Unturned server. Now there's two types of servers. You got vanilla and you got a rocket server. You already saw me do a rocket server, and in this video is going to be a vanilla server. The main differences between them is that in a rocket server, I hate when that happens. Let me just shut this down real quick. Okay. Now the difference between a rocket server and a vanilla server is a rocket server is more for hosting more than one server, and you kind of want to have players have more of a funner time. So you can see you could actually add plugins to these, and you have more commands. You have God mode, that kind of thing. But a vanilla server is what you want to use for a couple of friends, maybe just regular people, just to come along and just play the game as it's supposed to be without plugins and whatnot. So it's a lot easier to use because you don't have to know any coding or anything for the plugins. So what you want to do is go into Steam, go into Library, right click Unturned, go Properties, Local Files, Browse Local Files. Now it's going to take you to this folder. You'll see you have an Unturned application. If you right click, you hit Create Shortcut, and then hit F12 on that, or F2 on that shortcut, and then you can rename it to whatever you want. I'm going to name it Vanilla Server. I'm going to take this, I'm going to move this to my desktop, put it right up here. I'm going to right click this, the shortcut itself, go Properties, and after the quotation marks I'm going to do a space, no graphics, batch mode, space, secure server. You got a couple different types of servers. You can go secure server, you can go unsecure server, or you can do LAN server. Secure server is, it'll show up on the Unturned servers list, and people could actually join you from the Unturned lobby. An insecure server is people actually have to have your IP and the port number to join because it is not monitored by Valve Anti-Cheat. Or you have a LAN server, meaning anybody who's inside of your network can join your server. So for this one, because I'm sure you guys want to actually have people join and have them join off of the multiplayer menu or the servers menu, you want to do a secure server. So you type secure server and then you do a slash, whatever you want to do it. It's going to be Kelly Unturned for me just because that's what all of mine are. And then I'm going to hit OK or just enter. And now I'm going to go ahead and run it. For me, I will get an error message. For you guys, you will not get an error message. So right now it'll, I'll say crashed. But now if I go back into my Unturned folder, you'll see I have a servers folder. You guys could exit out or just hit shutdown, doesn't matter. So if I go in with server commands, man, okay, name, I'm going to name it Kelly Unturned 6 because this technically be my 6th server. Since like not really any plugins because you really can't, it's just going to be regular PvP, PEI, USA 24/7. Okay, and I'm going to do map. It's PEI. Max players is going to be 24. Perspective is going to be both. So that's first and third person. Game mode is going to be easy. That should be fine. Yep. File, save, close. Oh, actually no, it isn't. I forgot the port. So I'm just going to drop port right here. Port is 27050 just because it'll be easy for me. You guys could do whatever you want. I'll explain that here in a minute. So I'm just going to go file, save, and X. Now if I go relaunch it, you'll see everything will pop up the way it's supposed to. Now you can wait, or you can just go do shutdown. It'll recreate all the folders that you need, see, or all these will be back in there. So from there, what you want to do is find your default gateway. So to do that, you go CMD. Oops, well, that works. So when you're in command prompt, you type ipconfig. Now you got your default gateway. Since I have mine memorized by heart, I'm going to go ahead and go into Google, and I'm going to type that in. Oops, yep, okay. From there, well, let me just say this. All routers are going to be the same. If I go back and retype this in, because I want to show you guys this, it'll ask you for login information, or at least it normally does. I was just on it, so it doesn't. But if it asks you for your login, your username is most likely going to be admin, and your password is going to be password. If that's not the case, then your passwords or your username is going to be admin, and your password is going to be admin. If it's not one of those, then go ahead and type it in Google, your model number and your router brand, and it'll give you the sign-in information. Unless your parents or yourself have changed it, then go ahead and log in with that information, if you know it. If not, you could reset the router, but that'll probably make everybody in the house pretty angry. So from there, it'll either be under Firewall or Advanced, and then there's always an Advanced setup. From there, you got port forward and port triggering, and you want to do add custom service or add a new exception. Service name is going to be vanilla server. Since I said my starting port was 27050, my ending port's got to be 27053, because it's just the way it's supposed to be. You could do any port after 27015, so you could even do 27015, which is the standard unturned port, but then you got to do 27015, 27016, 27017, 27018. So you could do that to any port as long as you do the 3 after, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. I'm going to go ahead and check my PC. You're going to need your internal IP address, and to get that, IPv4 is right here. So you can see that this matches up with this right here. So that's the one that I'm going to use. You want to make sure the protocol is TCP and UDP, and then go ahead and hit apply. If you have a UVerse router, it's going to tell you that you actually have to set it for a TCP and a UDP separately, because you can't do TCP and UDP at the same time. So after that, it is allowed through your router, but now it's not allowed through your firewall. So to do that, you want to exit out of Google Chrome. You could exit out of command prompt. Go start, type firewall, and then hit enter. Then when the firewall opens up, if it will, okay, here we go. Advanced settings, inbound rules, and create new rule. Now, you saw, if you guys did watch my rocket, that one was probably a little bit more confusing, but in this one we only have to do our ports. We don't have to do our program, because the program, when you first start up Unturned, is automatically allowing it through the firewall. And this is easy because you don't have to manually update it like you do rocket servers, and rocket servers are a pain to update, let me tell you. So this will automatically do it for you. So if you go ahead and hit next, ports 27050, 27051, 27052, 27053. Now to make this easier, I'm going to copy them, allow the connection, allow all of those, name, vanilla, unturned, if I could spell, this would be TCP, finish. I'm going to allow one more port, UDP, the same ports, next, allow the connection, allow all 3 of those, name, vanilla, unturned, UDP, and finish. Now, last thing, properties, ports and protocols, remote port specific ports, and paste those. Hit apply, okay, and do that to the other one. Now, you should be all set. Now we're going to actually test and see if our vanilla server actually works. So we're going to go ahead and start our vanilla server up. I'll do split screen here. Okay, so I'm going to do a side-by-side view here. I'm going to do www.unturnedservers.net. When this loads, if you haven't already created an account here, I would recommend you do go ahead and create an account, because you're going to want to register your server so more people will join. So since I already have an account, I'm just going to go My Options, Register a Server, and now you need, you just scroll down to address. Now right now I'm just checking. I'm not going to register this because I'm not going to be using this server ever. I just did this for this video purpose. So to find your IP, you could do what's my IP, and here's my IP. I don't care if you guys know, because you can join my servers then. But I have a dynamic DNS showed up, so I'm going to go ahead and type that. So this works as my public IP, except it blocks it from knowing the numbers. It's just because it kind of makes it look more professional. But then I'm going to do my port 27050, and it's the first port that you started with, the one that you set up in your commands. That's the one it's going to listen to. So you're going to go ahead and check the connection, and whoa, is it not going to go? Doesn't look like it's reading. Hold up. Oh, there we go. Okay, just had to finish loading, so it's good now. I'm also going to go ahead and show you that it will work with this number. So here's my public IP, and connection's good. So that's it. You've successfully set up your server. You go ahead and shut it down, or go register, or do whatever you got to do, and hopefully that was easier than the Rocket server. Theoretically it should be, but you know, if you guys have any problems, go ahead, comment below. Thanks for watching.